Hello, welcome to today's tasting note. We're doing a Chianti today from a producer that was founded in 1569. So this makes this their... How many? How good's your mental arithmetic?
Not
well, this is
good at all.
2019. So let's work this out. 1569, so that's 400
26.
30, 40, 50th.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is one of the first wines I ever bought from Wineco.
Really?
In the dim and distant days of 2018.
That is 450 years. Yes.
And it was the
450th vintage.
And it was the 2015 vintage then, and that's the 19.
Okay. It was originally owned by the Strozzi family, but it isn't.
Try
It
again.
isn't anymore. We need to move this barrel that the camera's standing on because it's getting very wobbly.
Oh, it smells just as beautiful as it always did.
Cherries.
It's lovely and it's such
Bright
an elegant
and fresh
style.
and
Yeah, it's
lovely
very
and-
vibrant.
You want excellent Chianti. Chianti for me needs to be one thing, and that's peasant wine. Too many Chianti producers completely lose
That's
that
the point.
that
But it's got
sort
this
of earthy
beautiful fruit.
innocence
Yeah.
that Chianti should have. This is a wine, Chianti should be a wine that you sit around a table with a big amount of family prepared food and just drink it. And too many of them are all cerebral and we're looking for nuances. To hell with it. Just go with good Sangiovese, squashed, fermented, bottled. Cigarette ash wine, essentially.
It's so good.
You know,
It's very...
honest.
It's honest, innocent Chianti done elegantly.
Yes, there's no reason that
Without-
innocence element of it can't be done very
I
well.
literally haven't had that exact wine in about 3 years, and
It's superb.
it's mind blowing.
You know, it really is, and I think and that's what I love about the producers we have is they always have that honesty to them. That this is
Well,
what
this is the thing,
is.
and
It's not overly polished.
This is the thing. Like I enjoy the technical sort of side of wine to an extent.
Yeah.
But you lose that innocent enjoyment. There's also something to be said, like the technical, and you can get a vin d'émotion, like an emotional wine, like Burgundy provides. But wine at the end of the day is about people, and it's about getting sloshed mildly with drink responsibly.
Yes.
And Chianti completely encapsulates
Yeah,
that.
it does.
This is
but
why
then again,
I like
Italy.
wine.
This is.
Well, this is the thing. Italy, all
Italy
Italian
gets
wine
it.
should be had with food.
But I always think of Italy. If you look at the two main countries, I would say, and I'm gonna draw horrors from the Spanish and the Portuguese about this. But if you look at Italy and France, okay, what?
Don't say shit about Portugal.
I'm not going to. But what I think, if you look at France, because France has been striving for excellency in its food and its wine for so long now.
It's kind of achieved
okay.
it.
It's achieved it. So, arguably the greatest wines out of Europe are coming from France in a lot of styles. The
Greatest, but
greatest.
not the best.
No, I would argue objectively the best.
Yeah, from the
Okay.
from the point of view of striving for quality.
Yes.
Striving for nuance, striving for,
Yeah.
incredibly clean polish.
However, by doing that, certain elements of French wine have lost
That
that
honesty.
connection with the culture.
Yeah.
Striving for that beauty. Think of it like cars. Volkswagen, Fiat, Morris, they were all
But wines
set up to
achieve-
provide cars for people. And then what they all did was they went away and started, a Volkswagen, the original car was the Beetle. It was supposed to be used for people to transport their families around cheaply. And then they'd start producing limousines and supercars. It defeats the purpose of being a people's car.
And now Mini, if you see the new ones, are no longer
Exactly,
Mini.
they're no longer... They
But
may
this
be
is the thing,
brilliant.
Wines achieve that beauty if they are just themselves.
Yes. Or...
This is why I love Deza, because it's unapologetically not fruity.
But the other side of that coin is that, like a great chef, you don't go into a Michelin star restaurant and be presented with a lettuce. You're presented with something that a person has crafted something unbelievable with. And so from that point, you can have exemplary excellence from made wines, where a winemaker has taken the perfect ingredients from all of these different parts of the world and combine, or all the different regions of a part of the world, and made something brilliant. And you see that in South Africa, you see that in Australia, you see where they take, and you see that in, in certain Bourgogne wines as well, where they take little bits of Merceau and a little bit of Pouligny or whatever, and create something brilliant. So that's a made wine.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at something that is a place of origin, which is what Chianti is all about, you need peasantiness. Yeah. And this is
it's just
perfect.
there is beauty in excellence and incredibly refined quality, but there is an equal amount of beauty in honesty and just self-assurance and just being itself.
I'm going to have to go now because a lady's about to bring me a loaf of sourdough bread.
As she does every week.